Good morning. So today we're going to just take a look at the homework, and I'll also assign you some questions to do yourselves. Um, I think that video the last day was very, very long. Okay, so yeah, so I'm not going to do much with you guys today. I'm going to try and keep an eye on keeping the video time down. Okay, sorry about that for the past few days. Right, so let's take a look at this question here. So this was one of the questions you had for homework last night. So question 4 on page 222. So Paula has 6 people in her family. She wonders how many people are in her friends' families. She asks each of her friends and records the information in a table. Write down the modal number of people in the family. So we're looking for the biggest frequency to answer that question. So if we take a little, maybe highlight it in green or something, we're looking for, in this column or in this row here, we're looking for the one with the biggest frequency. And that is this guy here. So the modal number of people in a family is 4. The mode equals 4. You were then asked to find the median number of persons per family. The median number of persons per family. Okay, so we need to work out how many families there were. Okay, so there was 2 in here. There's 4 in there. There's 6 in there. There's 5 in there. There's 2 in there. And there's 1 in there. And that's going to be equal to 12 plus 6 is 18 plus there's 20 families. To find out where the median is, we go 20 plus 1 all over 2. So the median will occur at 10.5. So the median is the 10.5 term. Okay, so I'm going to rub out all of this together because I need to be able to talk about that. And then I might just copy and paste out that grid as well. So we'll copy and paste this chap. Copy and put him down here. We might make it a bit bigger. Okay. So we want to know in which of these columns, this one, or 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 this one, is the 10.5 term. Okay, so the way I like to think about this is to get from here to here, well, we pass by 2 families. To get from here all the way over to here, that gives us 6 families. To go from here all the way over to here, we must pass through 12 families. To go from here all the way over to here, we must pass through 17 families. And we're looking for, when do we pass the 10.5 family? Well, we pass the 10.5 family when we go from here to here. So when we jump from here to here, we're passing the 10.5 family. So 4 is the median. Yeah, it's kind of a hard thing to get your head around, I know, but we start with, I might just rub that out and go at that again, maybe. I didn't explain that very well, I think. Okay, so from doing this calculation up here, we know that the median occurs at 10.5. So if I was to list out all of the families and their numbers, so I would start out with 2, then I would start out with 2, then I would have 3, 3, 3, 3. So you're seeing there's 4 3s here, there's 2 2s there, 4 3s, 2 2s. There's going to be 6 4s, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see the problem with doing this. I'm going to run out of space very quickly. But we know that it's at the 10.5 term. So we want to know, when do we tick off 10.5 terms? So we tick off 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.5. So it must be in there between that 4 and that 4 is the median. Now, that's fine, but we couldn't do this all the time because sometimes we might have like hundreds of terms in a frequency table. So we need to be able to use the frequency table to get our median. So we spot that if we were to list this information in this column here, we would list 2 things. And then if we were to list all information in these 2 columns, we would list 6 things. And if we were to list all the information in this column, well then we would list 12 things. And we went from 6 to 12 between here and here, between here and here. So therefore the 10.5 thing that we would list would be in here. 10.5 thing is in here. Okay, I get that this is very weird stuff, okay, that you would much rather be dealing with lists, but unfortunately we cannot always deal with lists. Sometimes we will be given frequency tables that are impossible to turn into lists. Or not impossible, but would take us far too long to do that. I'm going to try and copy that. It's not letting me. Let's grab it again. Copy. Let's head down here and paste. Maybe make this a little bit bigger. Okay. And what do we do now? Paula has 6 people in her family. Okay, so we're looking for the mean distribution, okay? So the mean, we're going to go 2 times 2. We have 2 2s. We have 4 3s. We have 6 4s. We have 5 5s. We have 2 6s. We have 0 7s. We have 1 8. And that's all over the total number of families we have, which was 20. So I bang that into my calculator. That's going to give me fraction 2 bracket 2 plus 4 bracket 3 plus 6 bracket 4 plus 5 bracket 5 plus 2 bracket 6 plus 0 bracket 7 plus 1 bracket 8 all over 20 equals 17 over 4, which is equal to 4.25. So I think the mean number is 4.25. So I could have made a mistake there, so check my answers, but hopefully you agree with them. So that's the mean. The median and the mode. So that was question 4. Right. Let's take a look at question 5 now. Carol is trying to estimate how many words she has written in an essay. She records the number of words she wrote in each line of one page. Her results are given in the table below. So I will try and get that question up for you guys. So how do I do this? If I take a screenshot and if I do something a little bit illegal here probably. Don't tell, and I think I can export that to Notability. I can add it to that guy, and you're seeing what time I'm working at, which I probably didn't want you to see, but anyway. So let's go back into Notability, and there's our question. That worked out quite well. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Okay. So Carol is trying to estimate how many words she has written in an essay. She records the number of words she wrote on each line of one page. Her results are given in the table below. How many lines in total were there on the page? Okay, so number of lines. Well, how many lines were there in total on the page? Right, so there's 1 line here, 3 lines there, so that makes 4. That makes 10, 19, 26, 30, so 30 lines. So on the page there were 30 lines. Okay, that's quite a handy question. God, if that came up in your Leave Insert, you'd be grand, wouldn't you? How many lines contained 14 words? That's just checking, can you read this table? And 14 words is in here, but there were 7 lines that contained 14 words. So 7 lines. What was the modal number of words per line? Modal means the most common number of words per line. And so we're in frequency and we're looking for the one which occurs the most frequently. And it's going to be this guy here, I think. So we're talking about 13. So mode equals 13. So that's that, and that. Find the median number of words per line. So again, I might just try and clear all these out. I think that worked out okay the last time, but I'll try and explain a bit clearer this time. Copy. So I have my frequency table here. Okay, and we know there's 30 lines. So 30 lines. So it's 30 plus 1 all over 2, so it's going to be 15.5. So we want to know, when do we pass the 15.5 line? Okay, so do we pass it in this column? No, because we've only passed one line. Do we pass it when we go from this column into this column? No, because to do that we're only going to pass at most 4 lines. From there to there is 4. That's no good to us. What about from here to here? So we add on another 6, so that's going to be 10 lines. We still haven't passed 15.5. So let's push it on a little bit further. Let's say we push it into there. We've gone past 19 lines. So we now have covered 19 lines. So therefore 15.5 must be in this column in here. So 15.5 must be in this column in here. So the median is 13. And calculate the mean of the distribution. Well, that's just our system comes into play here. I might grab him again. I can just paste it actually, I think. Can I? Yeah, I think it's the thing. Okay, so we're looking for the mean. So we have 10 times 1 plus 3 times 11 plus 6 times 12 plus 9 times 13 plus 7 times 14 plus 4 times 15. And that's going to be all over 1 plus 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 7 plus 4. And I bash into my calculator, and that gives me 10 plus 33 plus 6 times 12 plus 9 times 13 plus 7 times 14 plus 4 times 15 all over 1 plus 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 7 plus 4, which is equal to 13. So the mean is 13. So that was question 5. And then just to get you guys doing some thinking here on the same sort of stuff, page 222, question 6 for homework. So exactly the same sort of stuff, okay? So we're going to take up some calculator work tomorrow. So if you don't have a calculator, sorry. You can't even go out and get a calculator at this stage, but yeah, so I suppose guys, stay safe, and we'll check back in on Wednesday with you guys, and we'll do some calculator work on Wednesday. But have a go at question 6 now this evening, okay? So I'll see you on Wednesday.